utility companies have assured the public that they're completely prepared for the upcoming solar maximum. Disruptions to service are expected to be minimal.
I thought we were gonna make it
If only they knew.
out of the tutorial.
What's this?
A remote-operated camera. It'll provide us with a feed while you're on mission. This will let us talk to each other.
We're almost there, so listen up. The artifact is in an office penthouse in Lower Manhattan. At this time of night, direct infiltration is going to get you noticed. I think we're better off having you drop in from above. What do you mean, above?
A parachute? Are you gonna throw me out of a plane?
Can you hear me? Testing. 1, 2, 3.
Yep, read you just fine. Now why don't you power up the camera? I've got pictures. Running diagnostics.
Your picture's shit.
Perfect. I've got a nice, strong signal.
Are you sure? It doesn't look strong to me. Alright. I guess we're Desmond now. Boy. This hurts my soul because I remember everyone was so excited and like, man, what if modern day? It's so cool. That's what everything's building up. And then this is like the only these are the only parts in the modern day and they're kind of not worth it. Free running in the dark. But can't even fucking see in here. Underneath.
Oh, now to hold still. It's a lovely view.
Seriously, Sean? Fuck you.
Okay, so now what am I doing? Play. Apparently. City are we even in? Or is it just Eric City number 3? Go. Man, good thing they put this wire right to show me where to climb.
Jesus.
Look on the bright side. No security to worry about.
And on the not so bright side, the slightest misstep means you're effectively paced.
Shut up, Sean.
Guess we're just jumping for it and hoping for the best. Yep. Made it. Hope you had your tetanus shot.
Almost there, Desmond. Once you reach the top of the lit-up crane, you should be high enough to make the jump.
Should?
It'll be fine, don't worry.
Well, you might want to worry a little.
Sean!
Great.
Joke. It was a joke. Or was it?
Yeah, ladders are for suckers. Why would we use the ladders on the inside? Made it.
Jump when you're ready, but wait for my signal to open the chute. Timing's really important here. Too soon or too late, and you'll miss the building.
Okay, here we go. Leap of faith.
Open your chute now!
Oh, okay. Are we steering? We are. Kind of. Jesus. Talk about wonky. Can't adjust the angle at all. Can only go right and left.
That wasn't so bad.
So, you must be Desmond. Not exactly what I expected, but I guess
Who are
your
you?
kind doesn't have many options these days.
Who are you?
Ask your father. Now give me that.
If you're gonna shoot
I
me,
don't
I
think
can't
so.
do that.
Look, I'm not supposed to kill you, but the boss man didn't say anything about fucking you up. So you got to the counter. Oh!
what a doofus. Oh, that was it. What a fucking moron. Got you at gunpoint and he moves as close as he can.
So who the hell is Daniel Cross?
Believe it or not, he used to be an assassin.
Bad
The
one.
assassin, the way I've heard it told. But
Really?
it turned out he was a sleeper agent for Abstergo, programmed to infiltrate and destroy the organization.
How did he know you were there? We could be compromised.
They must have caught me snooping inside their network and sent Cross to see what we were after. If they were aware of our current location, we'd know. Though, I will say this. It doesn't bode very well for future expeditions.
I've set up some cameras topside. If anyone shows up, we'll see it.
I'd suggest you go see about finding a socket for that power source. Or we can return to Connor if you prefer. All the artifacts in the world won't mean a thing without the key.
Well, I'm assuming I'm gonna have to put the thing in at some point anyway, so. Hey, we never did talk to
Son,
you
I owe you an apology.
for being
I shouldn't have lashed
bad
out like
father, abandoning me.
that. You have to understand, I've never been very good at this. Never mind that we live rather extraordinary lives.
Yeah, I kinda liked my ordinary one.
You can't escape who you are, Desmond.
So I've noticed.
Look, it's silly for us to go back and forth like this. I admit, I did a shitty job raising you. I apologize, I'm sorry. But it's important you understand it didn't come from a bad place. You're my son. I love you. I guess I was so busy trying to make sure nothing bad happened, I didn't consider the consequences.
I didn't consider the consequences of abandoning my son, so. Oh god. Bet you, Rebecca. You're always fun to talk to. You're like the only
I
fucking
know
normal
everyone
one.
thinks I'm being silly, but I can't shake the feeling we're being watched.
We are being watched. By Juno. Or some version of her.
Do you think it's a recording? Or is she a ghost? Or something else? Is she talking to
An
us
AI,
the way
maybe?
Minerva talked to Ezio?
No clue. I mean, who knows what else they were working on down here? There's still so many rooms we don't have access to.
But do you think she's like literally down here, waiting somewhere, still alive?
Still alive? That's mental. That means she'd be at least 75, 80,000 years old? No, powerful, yeah, but not that powerful.
They came down here looking for a way to survive. Maybe they found one.
Are you just listening in on our conversation, by the way? On, like, do we all have radios that are just turned on? What about you? You got something to say, Sean?
Ah, Desmond, there you are. Can I ask a favor?
No,
Maybe?
but you
When this
will
is all
anyway.
over, I'd like to try turning the dial back on the Animus. Like, all the way back. To the time of the first civilization.
You think it would work?
There was no real loss of fidelity when you visited Altair. Then again, that was about 1,000 years ago, and I'm looking at going back at least 70,000
They
more.
haven't even tried
Sure,
that
I'd
before?
be up for it. Be interesting to see what things were like back then.
Excellent. I think it would prove most enlightening.
I think that's something that they probably would have tried. Oh, do we, need to find a place to put that power source, right? It might be this weird room I was in earlier. There was, like, lights and shit in here, right? Looks like a place to shove a power source, no? Nothing? He almost fell to his death. Excellent. Excellent. No, it doesn't look like there's anywhere to put anything down here. Odd. Wait, what's it? Is this something? No. Thought for sure that was it. God, it is incredibly dark in here. Oh, there's another floor. Stairs over there? Maybe? Like there's... That goes back down. Okay. I guess let's see if we can get across the way there. I can climb on this, maybe? I thought incorrectly. For some reason he can't grab... Grab this, though. Oh, okay. There we go. Up. No? Always a pleasure.
If we could not meet the sun's cruel embrace, perhaps we might rebuke it. Already we could generate fields to protect us in times of strife. But these were small and simple things. To replicate them on a scale the size of a world. We lack the energy to make it so. Half the world, they said then. It is better than none at all. We tried. Again, we failed. A quarter, they asked. Even this we could not do. A sixth, an eighth, a tenth, they cried. The answer was still the same. Perhaps in time a city might be spared. But it was time we did not have. So we moved on.
you could make personal shields, but you couldn't make shields even for a city? I mean, guess if you say so.
Wonder what's inside.
Only one way to find out.
Well, that opened up some stuff. It's up there now. Okay, what? This door over here, I think?
What is a fact? Is it fixed? Immutable? Certain in its existence and only awaiting discovery? Or might it be changed? Here we learned the answer, and thought that it might save us. They were used to command, to control, to own. But we soon discovered another use. When enough sat in thrall and were told to believe, their thoughts took on form. What was imagined became real. If 100 minds could wish away a wall or create a tree, what might 1,000 do? 10,000? More? Might we change the consensus and will the thread away? We resolved to send one into the sky where it might illuminate us all. Once placed, a sentence would be uttered. Make us safe. In this way, we would change the consensus. We would save the world.
What?
But it never came to be. We sent a dozen of them skyward, but there was no way to maintain control, to direct the beam, to enthrall the world, to speak the words. Though this was strange and dangerous, what we tried next was worse.
So you tried to enslave the entire planet to ask to be safe at the same time. Am I following? The shield idea, that wasn't gonna work, but okay. Yikes.
Our first instinct was to travel back, to change the past. But we could not find a way. But forward, we could look forward. And so here we sought to see beyond ourselves and know what was to come. First, we watched to learn if our work would succeed. But the answer was always the same. So we moved on to other things. But she remained. The one you call Minerva. In time, she too stopped looking, and instead began to speak. She called out across time, in the hopes that you might be saved. She hid messages where none might find them, save for you and those within this place.
Fascinating.
Tired of it. The cryptic warnings, the threats. Just tell us what you want!
But they are. We saw the Nephilim there. We seemed like grasshoppers in our own eyes, and we looked the same to them. Imagine trying to explain all this to a 2-year-old, to a grasshopper. When they said the will of the gods was unknowable, they meant it. Literally.
I killed her, you know. I killed Lucy.
It was the apple, son. It was Juno.
I saw what she was. What would happen if I let her live? I could have stopped myself. I mean, there was a force there. But I didn't have to. I chose to.
Desmond.
Lucy was going to betray us and take the apple back to Abstergo. I saw the satellite launched. I saw them turn it on, and then... it failed. Whatever's on the other side of that door, it benefits Juno. We need to be careful.
Yeah, killing Lucy off was kind of weird. I didn't really get it. He's supposed to betray us, which they kind of explained, like, half-assed at one point. I don't know. And then it never really goes anywhere. I mean, he obviously feels shitty about it. And they mention it a few times, like, offhanded, but... Oh, that didn't look like ground that I could stand on. Since it's so fucking dark that I cannot see anything. There we go. Good lord. Am I lost? I'm lost. Oh, that's just where we were. So... this is where I came from, right? Pretty sure. How about I just go back to the fucking Animus for now, huh? That sounds like fun. Going back to the old Animus. Are you kidding? They put that fucking there so just so you couldn't make that jump. Ridiculous. Okay. Can I go back to colonial
Good luck,
America,
Desmond.
please? Things just make sense
These
in
are
colonial
troubled
America.
times. The already uneasy alliance between the crown and its subjects frays. And behind them both the Templars plot, pulling strings and moving pieces. History dictates they seek order through control. But how will they affect it here? Who supports them? And what conspiracies have they already spun? All these things I must determine. For only by knowing my enemy can I hope to stop them.
Kana, spare a moment.
Of course.
Have a look.
What is it?
A Xingbao, or rope dart if you prefer. One of the many plans given to us by Xiao Yun to...
Sorry.
We'll have to work on this.
Housekeeping? Oh.
Ganondogo.
Yeah.
Yes, my friend.
What brings you here? Is the village all right?
For now.
What do you mean? What has happened?
Men came, claiming we had to leave. They said that the land was being sold, and that the Confederacy had consented. We sent an envoy, but they would not listen.
You must refuse!
We cannot oppose the Sachem, but you're right as well. We cannot give up our home.
Do you have a name? Do you know who is responsible?
He's called William Johnson.
Where is Johnson now?
In Boston, making preparations for the sale.
Sale, this is theft.
Connor, take care. These men are powerful.
What would you have me do? I made a promise to my people.
If you insist upon this course of action, seek out Sam Adams in Boston. He'll be able to help. What have you done?
We just fixed this house. Come
When
on,
my
man.
people go to war, a hatchet is buried into a post to signify its start. When the threat is ended, the hatchet is removed.
You could have used a tree.
Okay, so now we got rope of darts. I don't actually have any, though. Poison darts, trip mines, snares. Okay. Oh. Homestead mission. Let's do that. Oh, there's another homestead mission. Right here, actually. Egg leg mission. Thing. Well, let's see what this homestead mission's all about. Before we run off and start murdering people. Encyclopedia of the Common Man.
Connor, it has occurred to me that the times we live in will be looked upon by future generations with a certain degree of scrutiny, no matter the outcome. With that in mind, I think it valuable to record the goings-on around the homestead. A true log of how people lived during this time of transition. Something to help color the portrait. What do you think?
When I find a moment, I will try.
Very good.
Okay, so we're just gonna write a book about life in the homestead, I guess. Twin holsters. Boston outfit. Oh, we unlocked all the outfit colors and stuff that I looked at earlier. So, view the logbook, maybe? Analyze the inhabitants of the homestead to complete the Encyclopedia of the Common Man. Oh, okay, so I just have to analyze everyone in... I guess? Please make a noise.
Bloody hell! Can you help me?
Miriam?
Ah!
What's up? A trip and fall, or?
Are you all right?
What do you think?
How did this happen?
Poachers in the woods. I asked them to leave. This was their answer.
Come on. We need to get that arm looked at.
Yep,
What
gonna
are the
have to
men who did
amputate it.
this?
They can wait. Your wound cannot.
I have to cut it right off. It's the only way to heal it back then.
You be able to make it to the house.
Yes. I think the ball took only flesh.
And what is your name?
Miriam.
Do you live nearby?
I don't have a home per se. I took to the frontier when I was a young girl. I made my life out here ever since. Living where the land makes it easiest.
Not a common choice for a woman of the colonies.
No, it's not. But truth be told, it was this, the convent or the brothels. I prefer the open air.
So your choices were this, becoming a nun, or becoming a prostitute. Lovely. Gotta love the old days.
Kana, what are you doing?
Those poachers need to be stopped.
Saw the scabs from my hunting blind. Get to that, and you shouldn't have any trouble finding them.
Use the rope dart if you can. Get familiar with it.
Kill them with the rope dart, son. Might as well get some practice on some poachers, eh? I do like the outfit. Once you get the robes and Connor gets a little older, he looks more like an assassin and not like a dopey kid. Which... And I think we're finally out of tutorial land. So... we might actually be able to start enjoying the game. I wasn't miserable, but... Are these the guys? I feel like these are the guys, right? Doing? Yep, these are the guys. I like, this guy's a shitty poacher. He's like, got a deer right by him. Hey there. How you doing? Wait, can I search you? Good on you? Cartridges. I don't have a gun, so that doesn't really help me. So... Okay. More poachers. Moving.
William Johnson's opening up some of that Mohawk land he purchased for free hunting soon. Might be we make a good haul up there.
I hear tell lumbering will be allowed to boot.
What does he want with the territory if not the game and timber?
Don't know. Don't much care neither. Beats skulking around these woods. Something don't feel right.
Feeling a bit guilty.
So these guys work for Johnson, huh?
Nah. She had it coming.
What's she dressed like that for anyway? It's not natural.
Am I gonna get attacked by a wolf? God, completely unaware. Is that a wolf? It was. Got him though. Nice. Got a hunting challenge done too. Johnson's moving in our land.
Where are you, fellas?
Shooting strangers in the forest, is that common hunting practice where you come from?
No. Spare me.
Go! Tell the friends you have left what happened here.
Was that a good idea? I mean, they're probably just gonna come back. I don't see poachers being like, oh, you know what? Killed the rest of them. Let's never go back there. We don't need revenge or anything. Like a delay when you go in the door. It's weird.
Thank you, Achilles.
You are most welcome.
Why did those men attack you?
It's no secret this land is full with game. I spotted the trespassers en route to request permission to hunt here myself, and suggested they do the same.
The bounty of the forest is not mine to give. It is your right to hunt on this land, but I would appreciate you trading your surplus with the others.
Very well. I accept.
Then we have a deal. Welcome to the homestead. Miriam, the huntress, can now produce level 1 goods. Cool. New weapons and firearms can be acquired by purchasing or crafting. Do we have a crafting menu? Is that a thing? Don't look like it. Maybe that's something we'll learn later. And then I need to scan this woman for the Encyclopedia of the Common Man. A very discreet hunting blind.
See anything?
Jesus. It said hold L2 for that, but it seems like that's just gonna lead to me killing something. Or do I have to... So you just aim at them and it'll scan them? That's interesting. Oh, I have to scan 3 things? Is it not just her? Good. Oh, well. Okay, where to next? Got old peg leg over there. I guess we'll go to him. Oh, I can fast travel to the harbor master. Oh, thank you. Excellent. See what old peg leg over here wants.